democracy, India, which in itself is the greatest example of cultural, racial and communal harmony thanks to its rich, firmly rooted family system. Now's the time for India to share this might and show the rest of the world the way towards universal brotherhood. It was on this background that Rmp International, a Mumbai-based foundation, decided to launch a leadership course focusing upon cross-cultural understanding. The title itself says it all, Universal Brotherhood Programme.
As everybody is aware, the concept, the Universal Brotherhood, the term itself, was first referred to by a person no less than Swami Vivekananda when he addressed the first Congress of Religion in the century before the last in Chicago. And while addressing the delegates over there, unlike many of the other speakers, he spoke and he addressed them saying, brothers and sisters. And from there, this idea of universality of brotherhood, in fact, spread all over the world.
This program is framed to understand the unity and diversity of world cultures. Selected students and youths from all over the world who exhibit leadership qualities and are going to play a key role in shaping the destiny of the world got an opportunity to visit India for a month under this Universal Brotherhood Programme. As part of this program, students were hosted at the Mumbai campus of Rmp International in December 2005. Rmp International is the international division of Rambhau Margi Prabodhini. This is India's unique academy working for the capacity building of voluntary social workers and elected representatives. A training and research institute aiming at honing leadership skills in a scientific way. The Rmp Academy was established in 1982 in the memory of one of India's most illustrious parliamentarians, who was known for his value-based politics and systematic political work, late Rambhau Margi. This Knowledge Excellence Centre of the Prabodhini is spread over a plot of 6 hectares situated in the lap of nature to the north of Mumbai. It has an excellent infrastructure with state-of-the-art facilities comparable only with international institutes. Rmp International was initiated in the year 2002 and had its first goodwill mission to Afghanistan in the same year. In this inaugural batch, 11 participants representing 5 countries, Jordan, Greece, Romania, Poland and Israel, were selected. The Universal Brotherhood Programme has 3 components. The first one is a certificate course on leadership through understanding civilizations, while the other 2 are a family stay and an Experience India tour. Students of selected disciplines like social science, communications, media, etc. are eligible to apply. The sponsoring institutions first screen the applying students, while Rmp International makes the final selection.
I heard about all these programs from the Student Association website and the internet.
We had interviews and we have to send our CVs.
I sent my resume and then they sent me to an issue to have an interview.
There were 80 people that wanted to come here from Israel.
Until now I feel like it's kind of a brainstorm.
But we were choosing just 4 people.
India's veteran journalist M.V. Kamath inaugurated this program.
Lighting the lamp, to me, is the most beautiful part of our life. We start everything lighting a lamp, which means lighting up knowledge.
During the first part of the academic program, campus-based lectures on various subjects like history, geographical outlines and political structures, cultures and religion were conducted with the help of several renowned academicians.
Universal brotherhood implies not only tolerant, peaceful coexistence, but it presupposes respect, love and harmony. By giving opportunity to young students to understand and interact the culture of India.
We were doing yoga and the yoga teacher, during our jumping or suffering because it's stretching, she always say, keep smiling.
Which more or less in the West we live on the expense of the environment, on the expense of other countries. I hope India will be like an exception and show us a different way of living, like to be more in harmony with other people and with nature and be more tolerant.
Participants travel to places of cultural, historical and geographical significance in India to get a deeper insight into what makes India such a great country.
It's an art masterpiece, but also masterpiece of love.
It looks beautiful. But all the people that been in India, they told me, like, it doesn't look like India. It's too pretty, you know. India doesn't look like it.
They also visited the Safai Mahavidyalaya, the only training institute in the science of sanitation, which is in India.
Opportunities for hands-on work experience enriched these aspiring leaders. For instance, this visit to a deaf and dumb school in a typical Indian village, Jawahar.
Yesterday's experience was very interesting for me as a social activist, because I saw people actually get those skills from little age, so they will be able to come back to society and help themselves and others.
I had nothing to compare India with, because India itself has many faces. You can experience here many smells, many tastes, especially the village, which seemed like 100 years ago, but still the people were really happy.
Students also had a great opportunity to interact with the Vice-Chancellor of Mumbai University, Dr. Vijay Khole. These aspiring leaders had a short stay with Indian families to get a real experience of the work culture, ethos and exemplary joint family value systems in South Asia.
It was very interesting to see the Indian family, unlike the Western family, is a very close one.
A whole lot of relationship was unfolded before them.
So both of them were like Gauris for me. I understood a lot about Poland, Europe and their lifestyle.
Indian joint family system shows us the whole world can live together peacefully.
I find interesting the fact that Indians are wearing their traditional clothes in everyday life.
Finally, the visiting student teams made presentations on understanding and experiences they had during their visit to India. These presentations were revealing, and they also underscored the fact that such programs are a necessity of tomorrow's world. For the organizers, it was their own way of a unique, universal integration.
I found the Indians to be a nation of dreamers. India is a puzzle.
India has so many states, so many languages, so many religions and so on. And it's really incredible to see how these people live together, that they live peacefully, that there really is this unity in diversity. I understood how important education is in India. Children from the very early age, they study a lot.
It seems that Europe is, the sun is setting down on Europe and it's setting up here.
The way they look at life, the way they accept the death and the way they accept the poverty and the way it's amazing to see.
I consider that love is the only religion in India.
I think the program was successful because it was in India. India is like a kaleidoscope, and from whatever angle you see, you'll find some beauty, some magic in it.
They will become the ambassadors of India in their own country.
The valedictory function was hosted by President of Rambhau Margi Prabodhini and Member of Parliament Mr. Pramod Mahajan.
An optimistic always looks to the petals of the rose. Pessimistic always talks about the thorns of the rose. But a realistic sees a complete rose, petals and thorns at the same time. We expect that the participants in Universal Brotherhood should take the realistic picture of India across the globe.
We find many similarities like talent, quality of leadership and challenges before youth of India and of these countries.
The words of Neil Armstrong aptly describe Rmp International's Universal Brotherhood Programme. A small step by man, a giant step for mankind.